I don't want them to limp into that break. I don't want them to look like trash going into that break. And for
I hate being a prognosticator.
So, after explicitly telling them not to do that, the Boston Bruins limp into the Four Nations break with a 4-3 loss against the Vegas Golden Knights. And 2 of those goals scored against them happened in the last 2 minutes of the period! Welcome back down into the den, everybody. The Bruins lose to a team that had been 4-8-3 in their last 15 games. The Vegas Golden Knights were coming into this game about as energetic as the Bruins after that loss to the Rangers. The difference is Vegas had essentially lost 11 of their last 15. The Bruins had lost 8. So the Bruins came into this with the better recent streak, and they still ended up crapping the bed. But before we get into how badly the Bruins crapped the bed on this one, I want you all to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click the notification bell. We're almost at 100 subscribers. I'm so excited. I'm going to be making a video about the Providence Bruins game I went to yesterday. I'm going to be making a video about, for Valentine's Day, what every team's iconic duo is. I'm going to be making more shorts out of clips from the videos. We're going to be having a lot of fun, and I want you guys in on that fun. So make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get right into this. So I'm not going to lie, going into this, I didn't know that this was the first time that Jack Eichel had played in TD Garden since before COVID. Oh my god. We're starting year 5 of this 2-week lockdown, and this is the first time that Jack Eichel has played in Boston since then. Kind of crazy if you ask me. Bruins have Swayman in net, and Vegas is giving us a redux of the 2024 first round of the playoffs. With Ilya Samsonov in net. And despite a very, very good save on a Morgan Geekie shot, that I don't even know how he saved this. Samsonov was Samsonov.
No shit!
There was a goal that was scored where he completely flubs it, and Pasta gets the puck out to Geekie right in front of the net to just blast it. Everything in this game was set up for the Bruins to probably be the victor. They go into it with a better recent record than their opposing team. They go into it with a better goalie matchup, and not just a better goalie matchup, a goalie matchup that they have won handily in the playoffs, and this is the last game before they need to take a 2-week break. Hell, in the first period, we even got a fight between Oliver Wahlstrom and Keegan Colasar. Everything looked like it was meant to be the Bruins coming out on top. How do they flub it? So the Bruins jump out to an early 2-0 lead, and then Pavel Dorofeyev remembers why he's getting paid and puts one in. Honestly, this is just the defense not really being up to snuff on this one. I'm kind of blaming Lorai here, but it's sort of everybody. And then right before the end of the second period, Jeremy Swayman is fielding pucks from pretty much everybody, and he does the man in the coffin to try and keep the puck stabilized underneath him and out of the net. You could probably tell by the silence that I'm about to say that this doesn't work. By just a smidge, you see the puck completely break the plane before Andrew P. can secure it against Swayman. It's a game of inches. And if you give Vegas an inch, even if it's this much, they're going to take a mile. And that's exactly what they do. Now 3-3 deep into the third period, the game is pretty tight. Swayman is putting in a lot more effort than Samsonov needs to, because again, the Bruins offense is not as good as other offenses are. You can't have every single one of your wins come from Jeremy Swayman standing on his head to make sure that the puck doesn't get in. You can't. Yes, as a goalie, and one of the highest paid goalies in the league, you need to rely on him to make some key saves. And honestly, I think he did that. I think against a team like Vegas, he did exactly what he needed to. The Bruins also better be lucky that this wasn't a 6-3 game, because Mark Stone just barely, but he still interfered with Jeremy Swayman on the initial go-ahead goal, and that ended up getting called back. And then Vegas scores anyway, so thank God you challenged that, Sacco. Thank God you challenged that. And yes, I know in another universe, because that challenge goes through, the Bruins end up winning this game. But we're not living in that universe. We're living in this one.
You're looking at now, sir. Everything that happens now is happening now.
Where the challenge ultimately didn't even mean anything, because the Bruins could not hold the zone, and Pavel Dorofeyev is doing the goddamn stanky leg to stay on sides for this goal.
I'm wearing my Yankees so tilted I actually walk with a hunch.
And afterwards, the Bruins keep the puck just barely out of the net for the last 5 seconds of the game, and the only solace that we have is we don't walk away 5-3 or 6-3. And against a team that has lost 11 of their last 15, that frustrates me. But we don't need to be frustrated for the next 2 weeks. I might make content on the Four Nations tournament, but for right now, there's a lot of work that I need to do with this channel, and I've talked about it a lot. I will be making a logo during these next 2 weeks. I will be making supplemental content during these next 2 weeks. I will be making an intro for every single Into the Den episode from here on out over the next 2 weeks. It isn't going to be a permanent intro, but it's going to be an intro to set a standard for this channel. Believe me, just because the NHL is stopping for 2 weeks doesn't mean that I am. And I want to thank you all for the amount of support you've given me over the past 2 weeks. Specifically, I want to shout out my friends in the Short Shift Discord. AJ, Rat, JC, Van, 8,
Andrew.
Even the guys on the Short Shift podcast that don't really interact in the Discord, like Ian and Thomas. Thank you all so much for being fantastic friends and for keeping me going through this. Thank you also to Chris Noshik for keeping my spirits high. Well, till next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.